How is it, baby?
Fantastic. You want to know why?
You gonna tell me?
Oh, yeah. I am.
I see.
Starting to feel like a monkey in the zoo here. Say what you think.
You look great. Very Junkie.
New suit, new haircut. What's the occasion?
No occasion.
You met someone?
Nope.
Matt, Jennifer, get your skates on.
Someone's buying his clothes.
Thanks. Car's registered to a Benjamin Hapsidus. Lives in Kew.
Bring him in. Maybe panic ran off, left his car.
Doubt it. He'd need a walking frame. He's 91. Probably still asleep. Doesn't even know it's stolen yet.
Or maybe load it to a homicidal grandson. Get uniforms over there to check it out. Any word from the Weather Bureau?
Yeah, it rained at about 2 a.m. It's wet underneath the car, so it was parked here after that.
No driver's license, but there's a family Medicare card. Mitos. She's either Mia or Sūla. There's also some shopping dockets for places in Turak. Could be she lived nearby.
I'll try running the name against phone numbers in that area. Hopefully we can get an address.
Get a canvas happening, Sergeant. Pubs and clubs. She was dressed to party.
We'll do a street run too, in case anybody saw anything.
Give Freeman and Joyner a call. They love a good door knock.
No, a freegan. See, there's vegos, there's vegans, and then there's freegans. See, the difference with us is we eat anything as long as it's free.
Right, so you cruise the bins picking up food that's been tossed away.
Exactly. See, the haves throw away perfectly good stuff. The have-nots, we pick through the scraps. That's how I found her. It was a shock of my life.
Did you see anyone else around?
Nah, the place was deserted, except for a few rats.
Just stay there. Smells of urine.
Junkie's kit. Spiked, tourniquet.
Not unusual around here.
Spiked, maybe not, but full kit.
Junkie mugging gone bad?
Yeah, it could be.
I got a likely address for the victim. Actually, for an M&S Mitos apartment in South Yarra.
We'll head over there. Sarge?
Yeah, sooner the better. This was a hate attack.
Could be a sexual element.
Let's wait and see the pathology report.
Oh, my God. Sūla. I'd usually be with her. We go out a lot together.
Where?
Clubs, pubs. Both in the same boat. Both recently left our husbands. Both husbands' pigs.
A list of the places that you go to in that area would be useful.
Yeah, sure. I could do that. God, I can't believe it.
She's reference number 2 on her Medicare card. Husband Vasilis is 1, another female on 3, Mia. We have her noted as living here too.
Yep, that's Sūla's daughter. She lived here until a few weeks ago.
She's moved out.
Yeah, and I moved in. We've been kicking up a bit ever since. Sūla said we deserved a bit of fun.
If you have their daughter's mobile number, that'd be useful.
Yeah, sure.
We'll need to notify the rest of the family, so don't contact anyone about this.
There's a son, too. Tollis. His dad will know where he is.
You don't?
No. Sūla didn't see Tollis much. They didn't get on.
Where can we find her husband?
Missed a bit. I wonder why the son isn't on the Medicare card.
Dunno. Older, independent of them. Ask Dad. Oh, and remember, this could turn out to be more than just a death knot.
Oh, really? An estranged husband in the middle of a divorce settlement. Shall I suck the egg now or save it till later?
Save it till later. Police! Mr. Mitos!
Busy morning, are we?
Our killer is. Same method of attack, judging by the blood patterning and the wounds.
One slash when he opened the door, then he was chased through the house, more wounds to the back as he ran. Same as the alley.
The attack finished here, then he's gone over the balcony, very full on. Looks like I was wrong about the sex element too. 1 female victim, 1 male.
It's about the family.
You want to see if the chop squad will bump the woman up their list for you, Stanley?
I'll give pathology a call. You two pick up the son and daughter. They may need protection and or interviewing.
Sure, Sarge.
So we've got addresses, have we?
For the girl, yes.
And the son too now. Tollis works for Daddy.
Not anymore. I'll invite him to join us.
Some action now.
Thanks for that, man.
Superintendent.
Senior Sergeant.
Everything all right?
Oh, just inserting a few fleas in a few ears.
Not ours, Sergeant.
Yeah, we're having trouble getting into the nightclubs. They're shut till this evening. Zero cooperation.
And I knew you were tied up at the other scene, so I took the liberty of getting onto the local boys myself. They're going to chase the owners and get you some access.
Good, thank you. Well, we managed to get pathology to prioritise your autopsy on the dead woman.
Should
So-
help.
What's he so interested in?
Well, let's find out, shall we?
Hey, mate, can we have a word to you? Oi, mate! Stop, please! Stop! I didn't do anything.
No, why'd you take off then?
I done it so you guys look at me. I got nervous. Cops had that effect on me.
Do you know anything about what happened back there last night?
No?
Yeah, right, you come with us.
But I haven't done anything.
Hey, just cut it out. You're not under arrest. You're just gonna help us with our inquiries. Come on. Jeez, you need a bath.
Oh, isn't that your wife?
No. No, I don't think so. So, who's this?
I haven't done anything. I know this is a very upsetting time, Mia, but we need to ask these questions.
Sure, of course.
That's the daughter Sparks is talking to her brother.
Have they given us anything?
Not yet. They don't seem to like each other very much. The morgue was even chillier than usual with those two in there.
Anything from the autopsies yet?
They haven't started on the woman yet. It's like a parking station in there. There's trolleys everywhere. Miss Mitzi, thanks.
Your parents, was it an amicable divorce?
That'd be the day.
I mean, isn't this a waste of time? They're both dead. Couldn't have killed each other even if they wanted to.
So they didn't get on?
They were okay. Civilized.
They were at each other's throats.
Why?
He wouldn't give her anything. Anything she got, she had to fight for.
I don't know what she expected. I mean, what was he gonna do? She'd been sleeping around.
That's why they split up?
Yeah.
You kicked her out?
No. They had a big fight and she walked out.
She'd had the affair because, as far as Dad was concerned, she didn't even exist.
Do you know of any enemies either of them may have had?
Mum. No, not really. Dad probably had a few. He was pretty ruthless when it came to his real estate business.
Mr. Mitos?
I don't know. I wasn't particularly close with Dad either. If you really want to know, they both pissed me off.
His name's Greg Menzies.
Junkie?
Yeah, he's got a long history of form. 4 burglaries, 3 D&Ds, 2 car thefts.
And a partridge in a pear tree.
And possession of a commercial quantity of heroin.
Not nice. Quaint.
I reckon we might be able to do him on the Clean Air Act as well. You'll need a clothes peg if you go near him.
The junkie kit in the alley, it belonged to him.
That's how we collared him. He came back looking for it.
So he can help us with the Sūla and Vilus murder?
He can do more than that. He said he witnessed the whole thing.
Okay, so the odds are a bit further apart.
Hi. Greg, isn't it?
Gregory. Only my mates call me Greg, mate.
Our colleague tells us you saw the woman murdered. Is that right?
Maybe.
Either you did or you didn't. Which is it?
I saw it, yeah. It was horrible, I can tell you. It's like I was in one of those slasher movies. That's pretty good. That's the guy who did it. That's him.
Tulus Mitos, come on down.
We are not going to the DPP solely on the word of this witness. They will have a conniption. Let's confirm Tulus Mitos' movements last night, put them up against time of death, once pathology manages to furnish us with a more accurate one.
We've already started background checks on Tulus.
And his sister.
I should think so. Simon, you follow that up. Matt, you and Jennifer take this Greg Menzies character back to the scene. Sign out the Spielberg kit. See how he holds up as a witness.
Hang on.
You just turn into a hassle.
In a hurry to get back to your PhD studies, are you?
Up yours. Already got a degree. Books and covers to get.
All right. We'll say it again.
Right, Greg, take us through what happened in your own time.
Okay. I'm here, right, by the bin. And I was going to fix. And there's this car here, right? But so what? They're busy at it. They're not going to give me any trouble, right?
This car?
Yeah, yeah. And they're in the back seat, and they're going out of the hammer and tongs, you know?
How do you know that?
It's rocking, you don't bother knocking.
Anyway, all of a sudden, she screams, she piles out, she runs up here, and he comes after her. He's got this bloody great big knife. And he gets her fair in the back, you know? He's chopping at her while she's running. She goes down about here, and then he's on her, and he's cutting her like to bits, you know?
What'd you do?
Nothing. He had a big knife. She was already dead, mate.
So?
So I scrunched down and hid. So scared, I peed my pants, I tell you.
Did you clearly see the man who attacked this woman?
You know I did. I already did that face thing for you.
How did you see him clearly if it was dark?
Well, after he did it, he ran right past me. I saw him fine.
What happened next?
Well, he dumped her body in the bin, and he comes back, picks up the knife, and then he takes off. I do too. Later, I'm like, oh no, I left my kit behind. So I come back. That's when your mates grabbed me.
You sure this is the man you saw?
Yeah.
So, what about a reward?
Mate, you volunteered a statement.
Great. So much for cooperation.
Right, Greg, off the record. If you make sure you're there to go to court when we need you, we'll look after you, okay?
Now, you are like...
Pathology's in. Nothing new about how Sūla and Vilus died. Multiple stab wounds. The knife was about 6 inches and it was serrated on one edge.
Same knife used in both killings?
They'll confirm that once they autopsy the husband's body.
Yeah, whenever that'll be.
Greg Menzies' description of the murder fits the info we got from the alley exactly.
It'll hold up in court, Sarge.
Yeah, provided he turns up.
There you will. We dangled a carrot. A little one.
Fair enough. The son, Tollus, his movements.
Well, he was off the radar for the whole of the previous afternoon, all night and the morning till about 10 a.m. So it works.
I spoke to a girl at the real estate agency. She said that Tollus was late for an open house and he got quite rude when she asked him where he'd been.
Looking more and more like Tollus is our man.
No, but hang on. Pathology confirms that there was semen present.
Whoa. So Sūla had sex with her son? I don't buy that.
Well, I've heard more disgusting things. Ever read about the Fred West case in England?
This woman is not a sociopath. She's a party girl.
But she was having an affair. Simon, have you uncovered exactly who with?
We're working on that, sir.
Get pathology to prioritise the analysis of that semen. Matt, I want you to draw up an affidavit for a warrant to search Tollus Mitos' house. And Jennifer, you try and catch the courts before close of play. Matt will fax the affidavit to you. There, go.
Sūla finished the affair months ago. His name was Oliver something.
You remember his surname?
No, but it should be easy enough to find out. He's Mr. Pig's ex-business partner.
Mr. Pig being the dead husband, Vilus Mitos.
Right.
Right. And was it the affair that caused the breakup of the business partnership?
Yeah, I think so. Sūla ended it anyway. She'd had enough of old men, she said. Same thing happened to me.
I can understand that. OK, well, I will chase up this Oliver guy. Thank you. You've been a great help.
Ms. Roper, we've still not been able to find out where Sūla was before she was killed. We've tried all the pubs and clubs you listed. Are there any more that you can think of?
Oh, a couple maybe, but they're not in that area.
Doesn't matter. If you can give us the names, we'll check them out.
Sure.
This is my number. You can give me a call.
Sarge, I've got the warrant.
Warrant?
For Tollus Mitos?
Oh, good. Yes, first opportunity, I want you to get a request on tape for blood and saliva testing.
Right. You want us to move on the search warrant tonight, or...?
No, first thing I'll do, go home. He's not going to be expecting a visit, and his blood type's not going to change overnight, is it?
You should take your own advice. Go home.
Thanks. Thank you, Jennifer.
Night, Sarge.
Stephanie, hello, darling. It's Dad. Is your mum there? Right. I see. Okay. Yeah, I'll be working through tonight. A big case, yeah. Oh, I'll tell her when she comes in. Okay. I'm sorry, darling. I'm gonna have to go. I love you. Bye. Bernice, you're in early?
You stayed late.
Yeah, I worked through, you know it is.
Fortunately, not that often these days. How's Linda?
She's fine.
Something I should know about?
I'm sorry?
The double murder. You've been here all night. I assumed there'd been a development.
We're focusing on Tollus Mitos.
And?
Acting on the warrant this morning.
Good.
All right, I want a lawyer.
Oh, call one.
No, this is crazy.
Tell us, what the hell is happening?
Get dressed. Sylvia, for God's sake. Look, please, just tell me what you want.
We want to know where you were Wednesday afternoon, all that night, and Thursday morning.
You with Priscilla there, were you?
No,
Where then?
I was out in the country, about a 3-hour drive. I was freelancing, okay, on another property. It's a huge deal, a country mansion, $4 million sale. Do you know what the commission on $4 million is?
No, but hey, wow, there's your alibi. You're 3 hours out of town meeting clients overnight.
Who were they?
His name is Bob Holt.
Where did you stay?
The deal was that I could stay at the house overnight. There was a key left for me.
And?
I stayed, but the client didn't turn up.
I'd say he's looking pretty good with this, apart from one thing. Priscilla. These guys are poofters.
Being a gay man doesn't necessarily rule out having sex with a female.
Detectives, we found this in the toilet cistern.
Right, that'll do me. Nice try with the alibi, little Miss Sunshine. Now get your gear on, you're coming with us.
Yeah, I can't be absolutely sure, but I think she was with this guy. A little bit older, maybe.
But you're not certain?
90%. It's a big place, busy. I was behind the bar and they were in a corner booth.
You're sure it was her, though?
Oh, yeah, she was buying the drinks. Sūla's a regular, and Bonnie. They're nice, fun, nothing too serious.
How was Sūla and her pickup? Were they close? Were they kissing? Were they getting it on?
Not that I saw. They were talking. Intense. I could tell Sūla was interested.
Did they leave together?
Don't know. They were still there when I finished work at 3. Maybe my relief behind the bar might be able to tell you.
Okay, thanks. We'll be in touch.
Linda.
Hey. It's been a long time since you've done an all-nighter.
Big case.
I brought you in some fresh clothes. I forgot your razor, I'm afraid.
Oh, that's fine. Thank you. Thank you.
I was worried. I left a couple of messages.
I left a message for you, too, at home with Stephanie. You weren't there.
I'm sorry about your razor. But you can shave tonight when you come home.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. You look tired, Stanley. Is everything all right?
You're right. I am tired. I'll see you tonight.
Yes.
I didn't hate my mother. I was just disappointed in her, that's all.
What about your father? You said you didn't get on with him either.
He was always on my back. I kept out of his way. No, we didn't get along, but something like that. Look, if I killed them, why would I keep the knife? You tell us.
Mr. Mitos, I'm going to formally request a DNA sample.
DNA, hang on.
Now, before I do, I want to advise you that if you refuse, we can apply for a court order to obtain the sample.
What do you want DNA for?
I'll ask you a personal question. It's relevant, I assure you.
What?
Are you gay?
Detective.
That's none of your business.
Oh, he's a fudge nut.
Why should I tell you anything?
We've got a rough idea on
I
Mitzi's
told you where
with
I
the victim
was.
in the bar.
You didn't believe me about that.
You say you were out of town freelancing on a property sale.
That's right.
Who for?
Non-existent client.
Look, the whole thing was teed up by Oliver Braxton, my dad's ex-partner.
Why would your father's ex-partner hand over the commission on a $4 million deal to you?
Because he was gonna get a cut. He said Mr. Holtz, the client, requested for me specifically. He said that he didn't want to deal with my dad because they had run-ins in the past. And I can believe that.
Check out this Oliver Braxton.
I am telling you the truth.
Well, why would he be stupid enough to include somebody else in his alibi?
If people weren't stupid sometimes, we wouldn't catch so many of them, would we?
Who did it and why? Look, I don't know. It's the same as I don't know where the knife came from. Okay, it was planted there. It must have been Mia, my sister. She hates our father and me, and no matter what she says about Mum, she hasn't had much time for her either. I mean, why do you think she moved out?
Because of all her partying and coming home late, it was getting on my nerves. Can't believe Tollis has put me in for this. Why would he do that?
Maybe because we're about to charge him with both murders.
I'd buy that. The only time Tollis and I ever speak, he rings me to go on about the divorce. How they're going to flush our inheritance down the toilet.
Lawyers?
He's fixated on it.
Are you?
No, I'm making my own life.
Did you hate your father?
I hated what he was doing to Mum.
Did you kill him?
No.
Did you kill your mother?
No, I was at home in bed.
Alone?
Yes. Anyway, I thought you'd established that Mum was in the car with a man.
Yeah, we did.
Did you hire someone to kill your parents?
No, I wouldn't even know how to do that.
Conspire with your brother to kill him?
No! If you're looking at Tollis, you had good reason, right? You should stay with it.
Why?
His whole divorce thing. The only reason my brother sided with Dad was because he thought he'd get a better deal in the end.
And he was wrong?
Dad was never going to do right by him. I told him that.
Why wasn't he going to do right by him?
Because he'd found out that Tollis was gay. He hated him for that. Tollis was lucky to keep his job at the agency.
What was your brother's relationship with your mother like?
I've told you, they didn't get on.
Ever?
What do you mean?
When he was younger, when the family was together.
They used to be really close. He only turned on her when the whole thing about the affair came out.
This is her affair with your father's ex-business partner?
Oliver Braxton. Yes.
Yes. I did talk to Tollis about the whole deal. He was happy enough to go with the flow, as it were.
Is that legal? If he was working for another agency?
It's a bit unethical, perhaps, but there was a lot of money involved. Mr. Holt would only deal with Tollis.
Right. Money talks, eh?
Mr. Holt didn't turn up at the house. Has he contacted you since?
No, I tried to contact him, but no luck.
Where do we get hold of him?
Well, that's the problem. The return number he gave me was wrong. Either that or I wrote it down incorrectly.
What does he look like?
Oh, I've never spoken to him on the phone.
Does he actually exist, Mr. Braxton?
Of course, he exists. Why else would I send Tollis all the way out there for no reason?
Well, that's what we're wondering.
Do I need a lawyer here now?
Tell us about your affair with Sūla and Mitos.
It's all over and done with. Blood under the bridge.
Is it? Where were you Wednesday night, Thursday morning, Mr. Braxton?
Why?
Satisfy my curiosity.
I was in my apartment with a friend. She'll vouch for me.
Oh, I bet she will. The sister's got no alibi, but even if she did, she could have hired someone to do the job.
The brother thought he had an alibi, but it's all coming undone.
A reeks of a setup to me.
And then Oliver Braxton comes into the picture. Now, he has a motive for both. Sūla gave him a boot from the bed. Mitzi Senior gave him a boot from the business.
And his alibi, some bimbo will say anything as long as he keeps feeding her bubbly and diamonds.
Back corner of a bar. Whoever it was made sure that the barman couldn't get a good look at him.
One step forward, two steps back.
Isn't that the rumba? The results from pathology, we don't have all the science yet,
But the semen collates to a blood type which matches our friend Tollis. And the blood has a rare rhesus factor, result of the mating of Sūla and Vilus. It was Tollis.
Detective, someone to see you.
Who?
I'll tell you once I finish fumigating the lift.
Oh, God. Okay.
Hey there, Detective Margot. How's it going?
Mapplethorpe. How are you, Greg?
Good. So how's it coming along? You got this dude yet?
Oh, we're getting closer. Hang in there.
Right. Nothing moving on that financial matter we discussed. No, I'm still here, right? Not gone anywhere.
I'm sorry, I can't see anything happening until the court case, mate.
Right. Couldn't maybe let me have 20 off your own bet then? Keep me going.
Here's a tenner.
Better than a poke in the eye.
Yeah.
Give me 20, I could take you out for a drink.
No, sorry. Professional etiquette.
All right.
Come on, mate.
Detective Mapplethorpe.
Yeah, right. Pigpen lives.
Miss Mitzius, what can we do for you?
I've been back at the apartment for a bit, keeping Bonnie company and sorting through Mum's things.
We think we found something that might help.
It could be a missing part of the motive.
I'm sorry?
Her brother's motive.
I told you why Tollis hates Dad, but there was no reason for him to hate Mum, really, was there?
Until we found this letter.
It's about an adoption. It explains everything. Tollis isn't my brother.
And the daughter found this.
In her mother's things, yes.
So who is this Miss Purcell?
Well, there was no envelope, but judging by the content, it looks like she worked for the Registry of Adoptions.
What's it say?
Dear Miss Purcell, after our telephone conversation, I gave the matter a lot of thought. My son's efforts to find his natural parents are his own business, I suppose, but for my part, I have no desire or inclination to help or become involved. I would prefer it if the matter were left as it is. Thank you, Sūla and Vilus. She wrote it over a year ago.
It's a photocopy.
You don't think it's genuine?
Oh, it's convenient at turning up now. Let's find out. Matt, get over to this Miss Purcell's office, see if you can track down the original.
Sarge.
Well, whether it's genuine or not, Mia Mitzius has just shot herself in the foot. Well, if it isn't real, then why is she trying so hard to pin it on her brother? And if it is, then Tollis is adopted.
And the match to the semen just went out the window.
You've been looking after these records for quite a few years, Miss Purcell.
I have, young man. Long enough to know when someone's trying to butter me up.
Not working.
You're doing a fine job, but you still need a warrant if you want to look at paperwork pertaining to adoptions or inquiries about adoptions.
I'm with homicide, Miss Purcell. We have a double murder in which this could be key information. I have no trouble getting a warrant if I have to. Do I really have to?
It's either that or go back to charm school. Thank you. This all used to be on paper. The hours we used to waste. It's all been digitised now, of course. Uploaded or downloaded or whichever direction it goes in. No need for all those bits and pieces of paper we used to have. Or even microfiche. Just give me a 5 gig flash drive any day. Now, here we are. Mitzios. Computer says no. No applicants under that name.
So the letter's false. How come whoever wrote it knew your name?
Patience, young man. That's applicants. Let's try respondents. Yes, here we are. Oh, the mother's name was Sūla, right?
Yes.
A scan of her original letter. Oh, she refused to have her details divulged to the applicant.
Applicant? Sorry, I don't understand.
Sūla Mitzios wrote to us saying she didn't want her child to know who she was. Now, that's a birth mother's prerogative.
Hang on a sec. The birth mother? So she hadn't adopted her son?
No, not at all. She'd adopted a child out. The child was applying to locate her.
So who was the applicant?
Let me see.
Joiner.
It wasn't Tollis. It's not him who was adopted.
So who was it?
What? The whole thing's a setup. I'll call Mia Mitzios. She's staying at her mother's place. Get over there. Why? Because her brother's safely in custody and she isn't.
Jen, quick. Daddy, come on.
Daddy, come on!
Remember this?
I'll get it. Who is it?
Police.
Your turn, bitch.
got a fresh knife for you.
Called an ambulance for Bonnie. Jen's with her downstairs. She's bad.
You better make that 2 ambulances.
You realise you're entitled to have a lawyer present?
Yep. I did half a law degree. Also BA, honours.
Bright boy.
Brighter than that no-brain real estate shark brother of mine. And my sister. She only managed part of a teaching degree, then dropped out. Great, huh?
So what's the deal? You're their half-brother?
No. Full blood.
You want to take us through it?
Just heard from the hospital. Both women are going to make it.
Good.
Greek boy, Greek girl, teenagers in love.
She gets pregnant. Abortion's out of the question. So the child's adopted out.
That's not the first time that's happened, Greg.
Gregory! It's Gregory! And you're right. That part of the story I could live with. But then guess what? They stay in love. They grow up a bit. They get married. 5 years later, they have a son, Tolis. 2 years after that, Mia. Happy family.
Did they ever come looking for me? Did they ever get one lousy thought to the kid they ditched?
Sit down.
A kid with a brain the size of Africa and no chance to use it.
Sit down.
Fine. Sit down, shut up. Know your place.
So you decided to find your parents?
They didn't want to know me. I felt like I was nothing.
So what, it's their fault that you're a junkie?
Yes! This isn't a habit. It's rejection. It's being spat on. It's humiliation.
It's why I decided to kill them.
And frame your brother for the murders?
His turn to suffer. In jail.
That's why you made sure you had no alibi.
It's easy. Greed.
You were the one who phoned Oliver Braxton.
Yeah. I was Bob Holt. That house in the country had been sitting there for months. I knew the cleaner, scored a key. Bright boy.
So you got Tolis out of the way, got cleaned up, stole the car, went to that bar and picked up Sūla.
And away we go.
And afterwards?
We turn up next day. A few self-inflicted bruises. Nice and dirty again. Key witness. Beautiful.
Beautiful. You had sex with your own mother.
Yes. She wanted me. Finally.
I can't believe I got sucked in by that guy.
Oh, come on, Jen. He was totally convincing as a junkie. And that's what he is. A junkie and a liar.
Yeah, but we're trained to look for that kind of thing, to use our instincts. Where were mine?
Yeah, but we can't always be looking for the darkest angle, Jen. I mean, in most cases, your experience, your instinct, your training, they get you to the truth. But he played all of us, including his mother.
Yeah, Duncan, he targeted me as a soft touch. And my instincts kept telling me that he was being straight with us.
Come on, I guarantee you'll feel differently in 20 minutes.
Really?
Yeah, by then you'll have a moselle, you'll be kicking my ass at pool.
Yeah, thanks, but Wolfie wants these notes first thing, so I'll do them now and get them out of the way.
And then you're going to forget about Menzies, right?
Sure.
I will see you in 20 minutes after I've finished kicking Danny's ass at pool.
Well, it's going to take you 20 minutes to kick my ass.
Hey, you're right. 5 minutes max.
Oh, now this I got to see.
Please break me gently. Let me down slowly. Just fade when you're leaving, so I don't even notice. Can we go on pretending for just one day longer? Don't tell me it's ending. Please break me gently. Please break me gently. Let me down slowly. Please break me gently.